say straight speeds. As far as I could feel in the build that we played, those values seemed very similar to Modern Warfare 2019, and as a result, I do feel like this slowed down the gameplay a decent amount. I know part of it is just having to drop a habit. Of course, there's going to be a transition period, and maybe over time, this complaint will sort of fade away for me, but I was definitely feeling like I was being held back a little bit in some areas with the removal of slide cancel. And honestly, that's pretty much it as far as the things that I didn't really like with my play session today. And one big thing that I just need more time with, I can't really comment on it in today's video, but it is very important, this is the spawn design. We simply didn't have nearly enough time to play today to get any sort of a gauge of what the spawns were like, and therefore, give me a bit of time, I'll share my opinion on it maybe after the first or maybe even second weekend of the beta. It's just too soon for that sort of feedback. I need more playtime with it. And that pretty much covers it for my initial impressions of the game. Overall, I think I'm definitely going to like this game quite a bit more than Modern Warfare 2019. I really wasn't a fan of the 6v6 experience in that game, and the improved map design alone is going to have such a massive difference in my enjoyment to this game. Now, having said that, I of course do have a good handful of gripes, and I do hope to see some of the devs take our feedback into account. Once you guys get your hands on it as well, I'm sure you're going to agree with many of the things I laid out in today's video. At the end of the day, I think this is going to be a generally good Call of Duty game, especially if they can listen to some of the feedback at least and make some improvements. I don't know if I really see it becoming like my favorite Call of Duty game of all time, but I think it'll at least be a good one. Unfortunately, I think one of the big things that will not be changing, or is highly unlikely to be changing much, is going to be the perk system. I think that's one thing I'm going to be hung up on for a while at least, but I guess time will tell when it comes to that one. And this is where I want to hear from you guys in the comment section below. Based on what you've seen so far with the Modern Warfare 2 gameplay, or if you're watching this a bit down the road after you've got some beta playtime, what are you thinking about this game? Do you think it's going to be a good year of multiplayer for Modern Warfare 2, or not so much? If you enjoyed the video, a like rating is always appreciated, and don't forget to subscribe for more if you haven't already. I'll talk to you guys next time.
But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, something like that.
First play of the drive there is incomplete.
It's a try.
Well, the stock is bubbling in the pot. Just wait till it tastes what we can. Your hand is halfway down. Please stay that way. What?
He'll be
I said so much to the side review after delivery, man.
When owning a small business gets real, Progressive gets you right back to living the dream.
Yeah, where were we?
Why you're facing
Turned into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short game.
third down throw, and this is the target.
And we can say good morning, America.
Back deep, Jarvis Landry. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start first and 10. Jameis to throw it. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
It's certainly going to be a lot tougher adding a touchdown to that lead now since they're facing second and 20+. Big-time sack to start the drive and put the opponent way back. Let's see what kind of play call they come up with here.
To try again after the sack. Winston flushed out right. And he slides and covers up at the end. This is going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
Flush to it. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Brian Burns. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. That's taken on the 25. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Panthers will take over now, first and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has, really. They come up here now, first down. Mayfield down. Connection made with Shenault. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive. And it's first down.
Laviska Shenault, here's a name that a lot of teams lose right and have kept eyes on. They've been under the radar through his first 2 seasons, but he has produced 600 yards in each as a target eater. Now hard to see why the league remains high on him, especially when he makes
pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Mayfield. Under pressure, they got him again. Marcus Davenport in there to drop him. It sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown. DJ Moore. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Panthers answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead. And he's tough to contain as it is. Man coverage with pretty deep pass downfield. Really tough to contain.
It's difficult because every play, you got to consider he might try to the goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. If you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes, it just takes off and goes. And I think that's what we just saw there.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. This defense for the Panthers very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 in the young season.
What's done throughout that game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Now Winston. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 10. To throw is Winston. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Well, when you got a quarterback like this double right, you got to make sure to wrap up. Instead, though, he breaks free and off he goes. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. To throw, Winston. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
35 yards that time on the punt. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. Some good games coming up here in Week 3, the first weekend of fall officially. And tonight, the Niners and Broncos from Denver. 49er fans are probably saying, wait, I thought we were done with Russell Wilson. No, they'll see him tonight. And then on Monday night, Cowboys and Giants from MetLife Stadium kicking off at 8:15 Eastern. To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield to the right side, and he's got more complete. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get the 1st down. The Panthers see 2-0 here to begin the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. McCaffrey on the counter. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
I think we can safely say that those types of players are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. McCaffrey trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey, and he will take it across for Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Winston. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take possession here at their own 33. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. This offense, thankful, I'm sure, have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive, they've got to be a little weary.
Sounds fair.
You have to do the comeback. Try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill possessions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. from just shy of midfield. Mayfield. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 39. Now we're doing for 13 yards, and it moves its sticks.
Well, certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside. It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
Mayfield with it once more. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to have it here just past the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. From the 30 on second down, Winston, pressure comes in, he's brought down, it's a Panther sack. Well, wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. So now after the sack, Winston and the Saints needing to figure out what to do. Tough play, 3rd and 8. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
43 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. It's a gain of 6. Moves into a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. Here's Kamara, and the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them, because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note in the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Throw left side complete. That's Moore. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead is up to 18 now. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Winston. That pass complete to Deontay Hardy. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 81 yards rushing now for Kamara, and it's a 1st down.
Now in his 6th season, Kamara just continues to be one of the best dual-purpose backs in football. He's never missed a Pro Bowl, and he has the most total yards in the NFL since entering the league in 2017. He actually played in his fewest games in a season last year and still had over 1,300 yards.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
On 2nd down, Kamara looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Winston now. And that is incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell.
And we're back now in Charlotte. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game.
throw for Mayfield. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. The offense on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And again, it's Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one. Not to have another turnover on his ledger.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Jameis now on 1st down. Thomas has got it, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
The lead big and a major part of that has been taking their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break. And you can add another completion to the total number that they forced in this one-away contest.
Winston on 3rd and 2. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jameis again. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Winston. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Glad to put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you try not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Winston firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Again, it's Winston. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Kamara diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. Will Lutz on for the point after. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. That time, a 9-play drive. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And they'll be inside the 35 down to the 34-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. Thomas brings it in. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. Probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the 2nd half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Throwing, Mayfield. This will be caught downfield by Moore. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. McCaffrey running up the middle. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 57 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Starting to look like this drive may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Down to 1 knee goes Mayfield, and that's all she wrote. And they cannot do anything to stop the clock defensively. 3 straight wins to start the campaign now.
And this is where a team, privately, within the confines of their own room, their meeting rooms, the locker room, they start to think to themselves, we're pretty good. We should be a playoff team.
A lot more was on the line in this one than just defending your home field, CD. They defend their home field against a division rival and get the victory, so this one feels a little extra special.
It has to, right? There's always just a little more emphasis on games like this. Everyone talks about playing each game the exact same way, but you and I both know that is not true. Division rivals, you want to take care of business, not just at home, but against a team that you really don't like very much, too.
So for Carolina,